Did you know that there's a secret SEO tips that will help skyrocket your SEO rankings within few weeks? In this video, I'll explain to you. If you want to know, keep watching. Hi guys, this is Jackie from techjackie.com and welcome you to another video on SEO. First of all, if you're new to this channel, make sure to press the subscribe button down below so whenever I release a new SEO video like this, you'll get notified. Have you ever heard the phrase old is gold, which simply means whatever is old is as important as gold? Well, when it comes to SEO, your old things is your content, right? Your old content is simply like a gold mine for you. Well, if you do understand, SEO takes time, right? And for when it comes to time, there are different factors to this. For example, if you publish a new content, it will usually take at least 2 to 3 months, right, for that content to start climbing up the rankings. But once that content becomes old or stays, in the Google index for a long time, now whenever you make any changes to that content, you would definitely see a change with much faster than before you actually publish the content, right? So when it comes to SEO, the old things which is as important as gold is your content, right? And that one SEO tricks that will help skyrocket your SEO rankings is to optimize your old content, right? Because I've seen many people always focusing on creating new content in order to get more traffic, right? But they usually forget their old content, and let's say they have created their content but they just left it and never really touch it, which actually is not a good thing, right? Because SEO always changing. Whatever works for your old content before may not work for it today, right? But by improving your old content, right, it is much easier for you to gain rankings or skyrocket your SEO rankings, rather than go ahead and create new content and wait for another 2 to 3 months to start seeing the improvement in rankings. So in this video, I'll explain to you step by step on how to exactly find the gold content, right? The old gold content for your SEO, and how to optimize for it in order to for you to see the SEO ranking boost, right? So without further ado, let's jump to my computer screen and I'll show you how to do it exactly. Okay guys, so here I'm at my computer screen and I logged into my Google Search Console dashboard, which is essentially the first place that you need to go to, right? So let me give you an overview of the steps right here. So first, you log into your Google Search Console and you identify the old content, the gold content, right? Actually, the old content which has a potential to to improve in organic rankings. And once you have identified that, next you would need to re-optimize it using the free SEO tool called the Cognitive SEO, right? Which I actually talk a lot about in my channel. If you go ahead and watch some of my previous videos, you will see that, which is essentially a tool that helps you re-optimize your content based on the performance score and tells what you need to add into your content, right, in order to rank it higher. Okay, so first what you have to do is you have to filter out the date, right? The date, in order to figure out the old content which has a potential. Now the minimum date range here would be 3 months, right? Or the maximum can be anywhere, right? But I like to take at 6 months because I don't have much time to go ahead and re-optimize many of my old content. So I usually wait about 6 months, right, and go ahead and re-optimize it. Now if you are the one who has lots of time, right, and in order to re-optimize the content, you can select for 3 months here, right? So it's completely up to you, but minimum should be about 3 months and maximum can be any time period, right? Okay, so before I go ahead and show you how to actually do it, let me show you the proof first that I've actually used these methods and seen a lot of improvement for my website, right? So let me show you some of the queries here. So one of the example is social media tips for startups, right? This is actually the first queries. So let me toggle on the average positions and close this off for you. So as you can see here, right, this is usually around the time period when I actually publish the content, and after publishing you have to wait for some time before it jump in the positions, right? And it kind of be on the top for after some time and then start experiencing a drop, right? And around September here, as you can see, September 13, this is around the time when Google Core update was released, right? September Core update 2019, last year, if you remember. So after the Core update, as you can see, my ranking start dropping, and went up a bit, but the trend is going down, right? As you can see here, after being on the top for a while, the trend kind of goes down. So instead, let me show you the last 12 months so you can see the clear picture. As you can see here, right, being on the top for a while, start dropping, and up and down for a while. And let me show you again. Let me show you when I actually went ahead and re-optimized the content. So it was around this period, December 7th, 9th, somewhere around here, where I actually went ahead and re-optimized the content. And as you can see here, after re-optimizing, the trend kind of go upward, right? As you can see here. And today, right, January, actually not today, is January 18th, actually, like 2 days ago, I actually won a snippet, right, and ranked number one for this. So as you can see here, so it's kind of on the highest peak, like actually is much higher than it used to be, right? So only around this time where it got the snippets, and then it lost the snippets and the ranking went down. So as you can see here, after the January Core update, actually not over yet, the January Core update, but around the time period after I re-optimized the content, it got boosted up, as you can see. So let me show you another queries here. So Google AdWords basics, another one which I recently just re-optimized it, right? So as you can see here, before that, it kind of stays stable, right, around on the second page, as you can see, lingering around the second page. And then boom, after the September Core update, it dropped, right? As you can see, dropped, and the trend just kept on going down, going down. And then around December 17, 20, right around this period, I went in and re-optimized it. And as you can see now, the trend is just going up, going up, as you can see here. So I hope you are convinced now, right? These are just the two examples. Actually, I've used this a lot, right, in many of my old content, and it works really well, right? It skyrocketed my ranking, as you can see. So without further ado, let me show you exactly how to find the old content, right, the gold content, and re-optimize it. So first, what you have to do is select the date, the time period, as I mentioned earlier, and then you toggle on the impressions tab as well as the click tabs, right? Because our goal here is to actually identify the content which has high number of impressions and low amount of clicks, right? And the average position, this is also another important thing. Now for this technique to work very well, it works usually if you're already ranking on the first page, but on the lower position, let's say fifth or sixth position, fifth downwards, right, fifth to 10th position on the first page. And when you come to second page, around 10 to 15, right, so around till the middle of the second page. Because if you're already ranking on the second page, then you have a potential to jump to the first page, right? And if you're already on the first page, ranking the lower position, then you have a potential to jump to the higher position, the ranking, right, the higher positions, and get the boost in the traffic, right? But if you're asking me, if you're already on a third page and you want to boost it to the first page, is that possible? I would say it's possible, but it's very rare, right? Because to jump from the third to first page with just optimizing content, maybe it's not enough. Maybe you need some backlinks for it as well. But it can happen, right? I've seen that, but very rare, right? Very less case in that. So the range would be about lower position on the first page till the second page, right? That should be the position that you're aiming here. So first you identify the impressions, right? So you go ahead and sort according to the number of impressions and see the positions, right? So the clicks. So let me go ahead and open this up to 100 queries. So no need to scroll much. No, I mean, no need to to miss the opportunity, right? So as you can see here, this has 22,000 impressions, 2 clicks, 46 positions. This is not good, right? Because this is around on the fifth page, right? So it won't it won't really help much, right? Even though if I re-optimize it. So how about this one? Yeah, this one looks a good candidate for me. As you can see, 10,000 impressions, 31 clicks, right? In fact, let me go ahead and toggle on the click-through rate as well, so you can see here. As you can see, right, only 0.3 click-through rate and 8.3 positions. So this is on the first page but lower position, right? First page lower positions. So if I go ahead and re-optimize this content, then I have a high chance of boosting up to, let's say, about fifth or fourth positions and increase the clicks, right? As you can see, only 0.3 clicks through it, so this is very less. So definitely I can go ahead and improve the content. Now when you go ahead and improve the content, you need to first look at your title tag, right? Whether your title tag is good enough or not, because maybe you're already on the top positions, but you're not getting as many clicks as you deserve, right? So maybe your title tag is a problem, right? Maybe people don't like your title tag, so they don't click to your results. So maybe check on that first. But if you're certain that is not because of your title tag, then go ahead and re-optimize it. So this would be a good fit for me, right? I would go ahead and definitely re-optimize this content. So let me go ahead and find any good candidate here. This one, right, 3.8 1.4% click-through rate. This is pretty okay, right? Pretty fine for me. So what else can I go ahead and re-optimize? How about this one, right? 6.7 rank positions, but 13.4% click-through rate. So this is pretty impressive, right? Actually, this is much higher than the normal click-through rate percentage. So I would just maybe I can re-optimize it and improve much further the rankings. But you can just, or I can just leave it as well, it doesn't matter, right? So I hope you're getting the idea here, right? So you identify the content which has which are on either the lower position on the first page till the second page, and see the clicks and the number of impressions, right? So let's imagine that you have already identified your old content. Let's say in my case is SEO books, as you can see this one. Next, what you have to do is you have to re-optimize it using this SEO tool, right, which I just told you, cognitive SEO. So you go ahead and go to the enter in the URL cognitiveseo.com/keyword/hyphen tool, and then enter the keyword that you want to re-optimize or optimize for. So in this case it would be SEO books, right? So go ahead and click analyze. Now this is actually a freemium SEO tool, right? Actually it's a paid SEO tool, but they give you a free 5 reports per day, right? As you can see, 4 reports left now. So in a day you can analyze 5 reports or 5 keywords, right? And then you can work on it. So as you can see here, I have 4 report left, and this is essentially the SEO tools that will do different stuff, right? Like for example, analysis of the rankings, right, of the people ranking on the first page, and see what are the people ranking on the first page, and see their content performance. Now content performance basically how well optimized the content is, right? As you can see, this is out of 100, right? So 92 out of 100, 90 out of 100, 90 out of 100, 92 out of 100. So next, what you have to really focus on is the content assistant here, which is essentially the tool which allows you to like helps optimize re-optimize your content. So go ahead and click on start optimizing your content. Now there are actually 2 ways you can do this. Either to go ahead and copy your content and paste it here, or import using this URL import tool, right? So let me go ahead and import the tool here. So I'm gonna enter the content page. In this case is SEO books, so I'm gonna import the content, right? And then this tool will show me the content performance. So I think you have to really kind of refresh this again. Sometimes the tool does get the error like this, it doesn't import the content, but you also lose the report here. Okay, so let me go ahead and import the tools once again, the page once again. Right, and import the content. As you can see here, it actually imports all of your content on the page, right? So basically the menu as well, right, and the footer section as well. So if you use this tool, it will import everything. So first you have to remove all this, right? So go ahead and remove all this, right? and then I'm gonna remove the footer section as well. So this one, right, about the author and this section. Okay, and then you click on check score once again, right? And this will recalculate the score. As you can see here, before it's 93, right, out of 100, so pretty well optimized. And then you can check the score once again, and you can see the score, and you go to the section where it says different, like there's a different section here, like keyword you already use, right? These are the keywords, and then you can check the keyword that you should use, right? So they also will kind of suggest you different keywords, right? So you can look at all these keywords and add to your content in order to like improve the content performance, right? As you can see here, so these are the keywords that you should use more often as well. So like all these, right? So consider looking at the tool and not just add the keyword and just leave it like that. You have to really explain the keyword in detail, like for example like algorithm updates, right? Maybe when you add this content, that add this keyword to the content, you might want to explain what is algorithm updates as well, right? So there may be a book, like here, this is actually a top 15 reviews, 15 reviews of the best SEO books. What I can do is I can go ahead and maybe add another book which deals with algorithm updates, right? And I can explain about that book. So this will improve my content performance here. But 93 out of 100 is pretty high, right? Like out of 100, as you can see here, target is 88, so it says that my content can rank in the top 10 Google results. If you already reach 90 out of 90, right, at least 90 out of 100 in your content performance, and you're still not ranking well, then it's probably because of the backlinks issue, right? Maybe you need to add more backlinks to increase the performance. But if you already reached 90 out of 100, then you have a very high chance of ranking the top 10 Google results, right? So if you want to rank higher, let's say you're already in the top 5 but you want to rank higher, then maybe you need a little push from your backlinks, right? So maybe that's the case, which in my case actually I need more backlinks, because on this page I actually has 0 backlinks to it, right? So, and that's why it's maybe ranking the 8.3 positions, right, from the Google Search Console. But that's all for it, right? Hope you're getting the idea here. It's very simple, so let me kind of summarize this up for you. Right, so step to optimize for all blog posts. Number 1 is identify the content which has potential to improve ranking, right? So this would be high impressions, less clicks, and content, and let's say ranking on the first page to second page, right? So this would be the criteria. Second, re-optimize the content using cognitive SEO tool. So I'll leave the link in the description, so you can go ahead and go to this tool and use it to re-optimize your content, right? So that's all for it, right? If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And if you have any questions with or any topics that you want me to make a video on about SEO, make sure you comment down in the comment section down below. And that's all for it, right? Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.